Hey everybody, John Nesbitt with Million Dollar Practice Builders here. And I wanted to cover something today which seems kind of obvious when you say it, but is not very obvious to many people who fail to do it, I suppose. And that is that you must continue to train and continue to educate yourself in whatever it is you're doing. As medical professionals, there's continuing education, right? Because basically, while the human body doesn't change, certain discoveries regarding it and technologies used to treat it do change pretty regularly, and actually even at a faster pace. So almost any discipline has continuing education built right into it, something that you have to continue to do to stay up to date on how to get the best results now, so you're not using something back from bloodletting from the 1850s or something like that, right? Well, here's the deal. Marketing is its own discipline. Basically marketing, and one definition I use for marketing is that it is a form of communication of one person to many. It is mass communication. It has a very definite way that it can work and not work. Its methods and technology, and much like the human body, the basics are always the same. There's always someone who's the source of a communication. There's always someone who receives a communication. The basics are always the same, like the human body, but discoveries about it, or the technology, especially with marketing, changes. So in the past, we went from, I don't know what cavemen did. They write a note on a rock and throw it at somebody. And then there was the Sears catalog was a famous direct response thing back in the 1800s, newspapers, radio, TV, and now, of course, the age of the internet has changed everything. And someone who's not kept up to date is pretty messed up, right? Now, here's the thing. Even within the subgroups of, say, Facebook marketing, and even Facebook paid marketing, or Google clicks or Google click marketing, there are nuances and changes all the time that literally changes every day. I mean, these companies, they can change one little thing up at the headquarters of the company, and it changes for everybody almost overnight, almost instantaneously. And that makes a big difference. And it's just like with continuing education for a medical practitioner, any marketer who's out there needs to do continuously continuing education for themselves on marketing. I daily read, I have my places I study every day, the most up-to-date, good source of information. I stay close connection with Facebook directly, Google directly. We get their changes that come out. And then how to apply it, and always paying attention to what's happening in the marketplace, different tests that people are doing. These are things that basically is part of the job of someone who's, if you're a marketer, it's part of your job to do that. It's not just go write some ads and pontificate on landing pages or something. It's actually you have to study and read and understand and look and test and be logical and that sort of thing, right? You have to see when there are fads that are going on, when there's things that are like really, faddish, everybody jumps into doing it and then it doesn't go anywhere, right? Like QR codes is a great example of that. QR codes were originally going to be, it's the greatest thing since the URL link. It's going to be the thing everybody does. Coca-Cola is putting on the side of their can. Yeah, check on the side of Coca-Cola's can now. You find a QR code? Not likely. That kind of came and went because it didn't serve a need in the market. But anyway, I digress a little bit on that. But the idea is that if once you've done enough study and reading and understanding, you can spot these things, the fakers from the professionals, the actual opportunities from the fads that go by. And this is no different than any practitioner who just pays attention and reads the journals of the profession. He stays up to date on his knowledge and understanding. He goes to seminars and CE, and you take care of business that way, right? So if you've got marketing as one of the hats you wear, one of the many jobs you do, just understand that there is no way you can stand still in marketing. Marketing, advertising, online marketing, online advertising, even Facebook advertising, any aspect of it, you pretty much as soon as you stop learning, you start falling behind. And that's something you have to watch out for. You can't set it and forget. That's why I love the guys who sell you the magical funnel, that you just set this one funnel up right, this one set of ads, this one landing pages, you'll just set it and forget it, right? You'll Ron Popeil.
I'll just put it in this machine over here. I'll slide it back and set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it, and it'll bring in patients forever. Yeah, baloney, right? It doesn't work that way. It'll work that way for a week or maybe a month, maybe even 3 or 4 months. Hey, maybe you get lucky. But at some point, the marketplace will advance past that. The change in the marketplace moves on and marches on, and that will change past that tactic that's successful working, or it's not a full tactic in itself. It requires updating or changing, that sort of thing. People want to mechanize They want to mechanize their marketing. They want to say, well, it's something I can just do and not worry about. Well, think about this. Is there anything else in life that you can actually do that? Like it'll just run on without thought? Can you raise kids without any thought to it? I mean, I see people try, but really you can't, right? Can you drive a car without thinking about it? Okay, well, if Elon Musk gets his way, maybe in 10 years, 5 years, whatever, we'll get that. But right now, you better not zone out too badly driving the car. You'll hit into something, right? Every time you try to automate something fully that involves humans, you're going to have a lot of trouble, right? Marketing is innately human. You deal innately with people, just like healthcare. You're dealing with the closest intimate dealings with a person, right? You're not automating a mine, or you're not automating a factory. You're trying to automate a communication with people, or you're trying to automate healthcare. These resist automation pretty heavy. So you're not going to find a one size fits all. You learn these 3 lessons, you do these 3 things, you never have to worry about it again. It's be the same as any professional trying to do the same thing with, say, what you did back in the 90s, you wouldn't do now because things have moved on. And you know what, 25 years from now, things will be way different again. I have no idea what marketing will look like from them, but I'll tell you this, just like with the human body, the basics will be the same, the technology will change. So that's my pitch to you, to be sure you follow Yoda's advice, and you train you must, right? Always be training, always be reading and studying up on whatever it is you want to be a professional at, but especially if you're a marketer, you better know that if you're running, that's just barely enough to keep up. I'm telling you, I'm a professional, I'm in the business, we do it all day long, and I have to run just to keep up with the state of change and to stay on top of things. But that's what my clients depend on me for. They take care of their parts of their business and what they do, and they trust professionals like me. I get trusted to stay up to date on the cutting edge of things and what's true and what's not true and what's working and not working and that sort of thing, right? All right, so look, if you're watching or listening to this anywhere besides the $1 Million Practice Builders group on Facebook, you need to go over there. I mean, I don't know what you're waiting for. I mean, this is $1 Million Practice Builders group. The goal of the group is that everybody in the group builds their $1 million practice. That's the goal of the group. Would you like to be in that group? Would you pay to be in that group? Would you maybe pay to be in that group? Maybe, but it's okay. You don't got to pay. It's free. It's a free group to join. We do have some restrictions on membership, not just any ding dong can get in there, and not we don't allow other non-practice owners in there. We want basically the guys who are in there who are dedicated to actually practicing at a very high level, building from wherever you are now. You can be any size. You can be just starting out. We've had guys go from the edge of bankruptcy or just starting out in that group to multi-million-dollar practices. They're in there. You can ask questions. We've got consultants in there. We've got tools and tricks. Every video I put out on any decent subject, anything I can find that'll help you do that, we put in the group. That's kind of like our central home base of it. So you need to run over and get in that group. Also, you join the group that puts you on our mailing list, which probably you're already on a list if you're seeing this video, but maybe not. Either way, go over to, fast way to the group. Here's how you find the group. You go to millionpractice.com, millionpractice.com. That'll take you forwards automatically to the Facebook group, to a little bit of internet magic that we did. Makes it very easy for you to find it. You just click the join button, answer 2 or 3 questions, and boom, you're in. All right. So anyway, so take from today, keep learning. Oh yeah, by the way, that $1 Million Practice group, that's where we put a lot of stuff you should learn. I'm telling you, I filter as much stuff as I need as I can, and if I think you should learn it, I drop it in there. Right? No charge. All right. Anyway, so good talking to you guys, and have a good week. Talk to you later.
The $1 Million Practice Builders Show.